Hello everybody, back making another video. Saw this video and I just thought, his new name is not Kier. His new name is Mr. Hypocrite. When you realise what he's saying in this video, maybe a year before the general election, it is just disgusting that he was able to change everything and nobody seemed to notice except the person who made this video, and I'm not sure where it comes from because that's all I've got is just a copy of it. Well, thank you very much to this person who made this video showing that Kier is 1,000,000% a hypocrite.
Worked all her life, obviously now a pensioner, and she told me that she doesn't get out of bed till midday because she didn't want to turn the heating on.
So he already knows they didn't have enough money to put their heating on. Then he becomes Prime Minister, thinks that he's wonderful, and the next thing is he's cutting down the grant given to people who can't afford to put their heating on. Hypocrite! I had to do this little video because I can't stand him. You know, whoever, well, I don't think people voted for him, to be honest. I think he's part of the game. But to know that elderly people cannot get out of bed because they can't afford to put their heating on, and then you take that grant away from you, you need to go, well, I'd put him in prison for doing that to the elderly people.
Yeah, it's awful.
And then when she did get out of bed, she had this sort of thermal jacket that she just wore all day long, so she didn't have to put the heating up very high. That's awful.
He actually knows the state of these people and what they've got to wear to stay warm. He actually knows that before he goes and cuts their allowance. It's just disgusting. You know, in the society he's making for the UK, the rich will get richer and the poorer will stay poorer. But, you know, I told my son that I reckon the Tories won, actually, if they counted the votes properly, which they didn't, because they're selected, not elected. But I still think the Tories won, because I don't find anybody ever wanting him in. And now you'll hate him more than anything and won't be able to wait till the Labour government leaves, and then we'll have 20 years without them again, and then they'll be brought back to play their games. But what is he riding on? He should take himself off to prison for lying and abusing the people, because that's what it is.
Position to put a pensioner in,
Yeah.
and there are just too many of those stories. Another pensioner, it was actually, we had a group of them in Dewsbury, was describing to me going around the supermarket and picking something up and looking at the price and then putting it back on the shelf.
Well, that's the same thing with the heating. They look at the prices and then they can't turn up their heating. With all these stories he's got, understanding, so one of his main benefits should have been, I am protecting the elderly people in this country. All they've done is use and abuse them from lockdown to now. It's disgusting. But anyway, I just thought I'd put that out, that little video explaining what a ridiculous man he is, and he needs to, well, he needs a public flogging, doesn't he? That'd be really good. Stick him in a style. Everybody can throw stuff at him for what he's already done, and you've got years of him to go yet. Anyway, thanks for watching this video.
Yeah.
And now you could say, well, Kier, that's not the biggest thing in the world.
Well, it is,
but actually it is, when you just feel, after having worked all your life, I can't just lead the life I want to lead now, or I can't do things I even did a year ago. That's the sense of insecurity, I think, that eats away at people.